It's Mannheim Central against Carlisle in another exciting round of quick thinking and sharp minds. The action starts now, right here on WGAL 8 Brainbusters.
From Studio B, this is WGAL 8 Brainbusters, celebrating 25 years. Now, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 25th season of WGAL 8 Brainbusters. Over the past several weeks, we've seen some incredibly talented high school students demonstrating their knowledge and brain power. And we're excited to see what our two new teams, Mannheim Central and Carlisle, have in store for us. But before we begin today's match, let's take a moment to meet our teams. First, it's a pleasure to welcome from Mannheim Central, Senor Nathan Campbell. He is a Spanish teacher, a true passion for language arts, the recipient of the World Language Teacher of the Year for Pennsylvania, and one of 5 nationally. Felicidades and congratulations. There's also a co-coach, Frau Jennifer Campbell, a German teacher, but she is unable to be with us today. And now let's meet the team members. Aslan, a senior. The captain, Lucas, senior, and Malachi, also a senior. Welcome to the Mannheim Central Brainbusters High School team. And now it's a pleasure to welcome the team from Carlisle Area High School. First, it's a warm welcome to Justice. He's the team alternate today. He is a senior. Next, we have Ethan. He is a sophomore. The captain is Kai. He is a junior. Sophie is a junior, and next to Sophie is Mr. Matt Fonstock. He is a teacher of the gifted at Carlisle, and in 2012 he won the Teacher Impact Award right here on WGAL. He is devoted to his students, and we really appreciate his attendance. Also, there's a co-coach, Miss Colleen Wise, who is unable to be with us today. Welcome to the Carlisle High School Brainbusters team. Wow, what a great match we have in store for you. So players, pick up your signaling buttons and let's get to work now, because here comes today's opening round. This fictional heavy metal band, fronted by David St. Hubbins, Nigel Tufnell, and Derek Smalls. Ethan.
Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap. First made audiences laugh in 1984, and of course now there's a sequel. What band is it? Ethan is correct with Spinal Tap for 10 points. Despite the danger, it is one of the most popular forms of plastic surgery. What name is given to the surgical removal of excess fat from specific... Sophie.
Liposuction.
Liposuction is removal of fat from specific body parts. Nice, G-N-E-I-S-S, is nice. But what is nice? An animal, a vegetable, or a mineral? Malachi.
A mineral.
A mineral, yes, it's correct. It's a metaphoric rock similar to granite. They have 3 hearts, blue blood, and...
Octopus.
Aslan.
An octopus.
An octopus, you are correct, and 8 tentacles, good anticipation. Cairo is the largest city in Africa with a population of 23 million. The second largest city in Africa is located on the Atlantic Ocean near the Gulf of Guinea. What is this Nigerian city? Sophie.
Lagos.
Lagos is correct, good for you. In Latin, it means kidnapping, and it's the worst form of literary theft, stealing someone else's ideas or words. Sophie, again.
Plagiarism.
You are correct again. Good for you. This unit of frequency, named for the German physicist who was the first... Malachi.
Hertz.
Hertz, of course, it's also a rental car company. It could be said that the Civil War began and ended in this state. The first major battle... Ethan.
South Carolina.
No, sorry. I'm going to complete the question for Mannheim Central. The first major battle was fought there, and Lee surrendered there. What state is it? Lucas.
Virginia.
Virginia, the Battle of Bull Run, the surrender at Appomattox, yes. In his search for certainty, he began with one principle which he expressed in Latin. Malachi.
Heisenberg.
No, sorry, I'm going to complete the question now for Carlisle. He expressed it in Latin, cogito ergo sum. Who was this French philosopher? Sophie.
Descartes.
Descartes, René Descartes, I think therefore I am. And now, here comes today's audio question. Players, please buzz in when I ask who's speaking.
When you were singing and you walked towards us, that is not an amateur move.
Who's speaking? Ethan?
Hillary Clinton.
No, sorry. Any idea? Oh, we stumped you on Reba McEntire. And when you hear it again, you'll know and recognize the voice. It's bordered by Romania and Moldova on its southwest, Poland, Hungary, and Slovakia on the west, and Belarus borders on the northwest. What nation's southern city of Odessa borders the Black Sea? Sophie?
Ukraine.
Ukraine does indeed. Balboa reached the Pacific Ocean in 1513. Who reached the Sea of Tranquility in 1969? Kai?
Apollo 11.
No, sorry. Oh, you were so close. We were looking for a person. It was Neil Armstrong. This Federal Reserve lowered interest rates at its annual meeting in September 2025. Who is the Fed chair who announced this rate cut? Sophie?
Jerome Powell.
He's the one for 10 points. Good for you. The Heisman Trophy is awarded to the top collegiate football player. In which sport does the top collegiate player win the Naismith Award? Kai?
Basketball.
Basketball is the correct answer. Their real success began with the productions of HMS Pinafore and the Pirates of Penzance. Who were these musical partners? Kai again.
Simon and Garfunkel.
No, great guess though, sorry. They didn't do any musicals. It was Gilbert and Sullivan. Botany Bay is in Australia. In what country can you visit Bantry Bay, Dingle Bay, and Galway Bay? Ethan?
Scotland.
No, sorry. What did you say though?
Scotland.
No, sorry. It's Ireland is the correct answer. In algebra, it's an equation in which all the variables are in the first degree. What kind of equation, when plotted on a graph, forms a straight line? Lucas?
Linear.
A linear equation does. I admit the deed. Tear up the planks. Here, it is the beating of his hideous heart. What story by... And that was The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. Well, that's it for our opening round. But the action is just getting started. We have a fantastic game going, but it's really early on because we still have the one-on-one rapid fire and 60-second team lightning rounds on the way. All that's coming up when WGAL8 Brainbusters continues following this.
WGAL8 Brainbusters will return after this. Participants on WGAL8 Brainbusters each receive this mini notebook and stylus pen, and the top 4 winning teams will share grants totaling $10,000. So good luck, teams. Now, back to your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hi, everyone. Welcome back to WGAL8 Brainbusters as we continue our match between Mannheim Central and Carlisle. As you can see, the scores look great, 50-80, but everything can change because we're heading right now into today's one-on-one rapid fire round where each player gets their moment to shine. So first, let's say hello to our first player, Aslan. Aslan, you're a senior. As I recall, yes, you are. Congratulations to reach that far. So here's an important question about the future. What do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I would like to accomplish getting a degree in forensic accounting. I would also like to possibly go for a minor in Spanish in college as well. But along with that, I'd like to keep playing volleyball. I love outdoor grass volleyball. I'd like to keep competing in tournaments with my doubles partner. And yeah, I'd also like to travel a little bit. I'd like to go out of country at least once or twice, at least getting to Europe, possibly Asia. I'd love to go to Japan.
Fantastic. Those are all goals worth celebrating. Thanks so much for sharing. Ethan, what about you? What do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
Do well in school and go to college. I have a few more years before that, so I'm thinking about like maybe majoring in history.
Okay, well, hey, that's all good, and I know it seems early, but I know you've got the drive, so just keep going. Ethan and Aslan, keep the drive going because we're going to put you two one-on-one. Their marriage in 1469 united the kingdoms of Castile and Aragon. What king and queen of Spain gave Christopher Columbus his big break? Oh, we stumped you on Ferdinand and Isabella. Ranks and titles can be important in college. What is the name of the head of a college division and has a list you want to be on? Ethan.
A dean.
A dean's list. Good for you for 10 points. And finally, on October 7th, 2023, Palestinian militants attacked Israel, killing hundreds of civilians and setting off a war. From what area did they launch their assault? Ethan again.
The West Bank.
No, sorry, that's incorrect. Aslan. Oh, we stumped you on Gaza, is where they launched the attack. So 50-90. Let's now meet our two captains. First, it's a pleasure to welcome back Lucas. You've been here before. Nice to have you here. The captain from Mannheim Central. So what about you? What do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
Well, Rich, I'm hoping to attend university, gain my master's degree in 4 or 5 years in international relations with hopefully a concentration in global security. And during that time, I'd like to meet new people, increase my connections, and continue seeing new parts of the world.
Well, that's an inspiring bunch of inspiring goals, and keep chasing them. Thank you very much for sharing. Kai, captain of the team from Carlisle.
In 5 years, I'd like to attain my bachelor's degree in, I think, music education, and also focus on a minor in like jazz studies or jazz composition. And I want to keep playing music as much as possible. There's nothing quite as exhilarating as playing music, sharing music with other people. And with music education, I want to pass that gift on to the next generation in the future.
That's really great. Thanks. That's a clear vision, and I wish you the best of luck. Kai and Lucas, I also wish you two the best of luck as we put you two one-on-one. Robert Downey, Kurt Vonnegut, Harry Connick, Martin Luther King, Sammy Davis. Kai.
Junior?
They're all junior. That's what their names have in common. Good for you. Great Falls, Montana, Bismarck, North Dakota, Pierre, South Dakota, Sioux City, Iowa, Omaha, Nebraska, Kansas City, Kansas. On what river are these cities located? Kai?
Yeah, Oregon?
Not the Oregon, no. Lucas?
The Snake.
No, it's the Missouri River is the correct answer. And finally, given a brief example, identify the following poetic form. I think that I shall never see a poem as lovely as a tree. Kai?
Iambic pentameter?
It is not. No, sorry. Lucas? It is a perfect example of a couplet would be the correct response. 50-100. Let's now meet our third players in today's competition. First, from Mannheim Central, a pleasure to welcome Malachi. Malachi, welcome back to Brainbusters. What about you? What do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
Well, in 5 years, I hope to have obtained a bachelor's degree in computer science with a concentration in cybersecurity, and hopefully have traveled a little bit. Just like Aslan said, I want to go to Spain. I might actually be doing a gap year there as well, so who knows?
Sounds like you're setting yourself up for success. Sophie, what about you?
In the next 5 years, I'd like to go to college and major in history, and then I'd like to also get my certification for being a history teacher. I also want to improve my writing. I love writing and would like to eventually publish some novels.
All good goals. Thank you so much for sharing. Sophie and Malachi, I'm ready to share these 3 questions for you as we put you two one-on-one. The abbreviations for 14 chemical elements are only 1 letter long. For example, tungsten is W. What is the other 1-letter symbol that is not the first letter of the name of the element? Malachi.
Potassium.
Potassium. K. Good for you. To a geologist, it's a native earth consisting of decomposed feldspar. To an artist, it's the raw material used in ceramics. What is it, Malachi?
Clay.
It is clay indeed. And finally, its 2 large peninsulas are Yucatan and Baja California. What country is it? Sophie.
Mexico?
Mexico. You got that one in time. Good for you. 70-110. Let's pick up the pace now and play today's 60-second team lightning round. Let's see how many questions the teams can tackle. Lucas, your team is behind at this point, only by 40 points, but you can make up ground very quickly with one of these 3 quizzes. IQ test, crosswords puzzle, the ozone.
We'll do IQ test.
IQ test. You might need a high IQ for this quiz. For 10 points each, let's test your knowledge of people, places, and things associated with the letter I and the word I. Associated with the word and letter I. Lucas, I take your answer as the team's answer. Aslan and Malachi are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. Good luck, and here we go. This pronoun is the first-person singular nominative case.
I.
I is correct. In Roman numerals, it's what I is equal to.
1.
1. Yes, sport is where you might use an I formation.
No answer.
Football. It's the I in IRS.
Eternal.
Internal.
Internal. The chemical element with the abbreviation I.
Iodine.
Iodine.
Iodine is correct. What the I stands for in I-95, I-70, and I-81.
Interstate.
Correct. In mathematics, the letter I represents the square root of this number.
-1.
-1.
That is correct. The number of I's in the word infinitive.
Skip.
4. It's what the I stands for in both IQ and CIA.
Intelligence.
Correct. It's the only book of the Bible that begins with the letter I.
Isaiah.
Isaiah, this French philosopher is famous for saying, I think, therefore I am.
Descartes.
Descartes, yes, cartoon sailor who says, I am what I am.
Skip.
Popeye, it's what the I stands for in the acronym AIDS.
Immune.
Immune.
Immune is correct. This is the largest country that begins with the letter I.
Indonesia.
India, the poet wrote, I celebrate myself and I sing myself, and that was Walt Whitman. Well done, some great teamwork, Lucas Aslan and Malachi, you had 10 correct. So 100 points came your way. Kai, it's up to you with the 2 remaining quizzes. We have crosswords puzzle and the ozone.
Crosswords, please.
During this quiz, you can be as cross as you like. For 10 points each, identify these words and phrases that include the word cross. Kai, I take your answers. The team's answer. Ethan and Sophie are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. Good luck to all 3, and here we go. The first of these puzzles appeared in the New York World in 1913.
Crossword.
That is correct. It's the long-distance race over open hills and fields.
Cross country.
Correct. It's where kids can walk safely across the street near their school. Crosswalk. Yes, this organization won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1917 and 1944.
The Red Cross.
That is correct. In court, an attorney gets to do this to opposing witnesses.
Cross-examination.
That is correct. Near Australia, you'd use this constellation for navigation.
Pass.
Southern Cross, they're under the skull on a pirate's flag.
Crossbones.
That is correct. Ill-fated lovers like Romeo and Juliet.
Star-crossed.
Star-crossed. Yes, this medieval weapon was used to shoot a bolt.
Crossbow.
Yes, an illegal use of a stick in a hockey game.
Pass.
Cross-checking. An optometrist would call this condition strabismus.
Cross-eyed.
Yes, a recording that became a hit on more than one chart like country and rock.
Cross-chart.
Crossover, the highest German military decoration.
Iron cross.
That is correct. It's a kind of needlework often seen in samplers.
Cross-stitching.
Cross-stitching, yes, the mark target in a rifle's telescopic sight. And that's crosshairs. Wow, fantastic teamwork was demonstrated on that. On a very difficult quiz, you had 11 correct, so 110 points came your way. 170 to 220. It's now time to reveal our bonus Brainbuster category. Now, each team will wager between 0 and 25 points, depending on their strength in modern sports history. So we'll have the bonus Brainbuster and, of course, the all-important Final Frenzy when WGAL 8 Brainbusters continues following this.
Watch all this season's episodes of WGAL 8 Brainbusters anytime on WGAL.com. Our online home also includes our tournament schedule and a chance to learn more about the show and host Rich Rosen. Scan the QR code with your phone or go to WGAL.com and click on Brainbusters.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to our 25th season of WGAL 8 Brainbusters. It's now time for today's bonus Brainbuster. Now, our teams have locked in their wagers on today's category, modern sports history. Up to 25 points are at stake for the question. We now go to Lori Burkholder in the News 8 newsroom. She has today's question. Lori.
Thanks, Rich. Now here is your bonus Brainbuster. In 2018, this 20-year-old Japanese tennis player became the first Japanese singles player to win a Grand Slam title, defeating a 23-time Grand Slam champion in a highly controversial final. She went on to win 2 more Grand Slams, including back-to-back U.S. Open and Australian Open titles. Name this athlete. Again, in 2018, this 20-year-old Japanese tennis player became the first Japanese singles player to win a Grand Slam title, defeating a 23-time Grand Slam champion in a highly controversial final. She went on to win 2 more Grand Slams, including back-to-back U.S. Open and Australian Open titles. Name this athlete. Good luck with your answer. Now back to you, Rich.
Thanks, Lori. Good luck, teams. We'll give you about 5 seconds. Okay, we're going to ask Lucas if you can write something down. Did we stump our players today? Let's see when he closes his pen. Yes. She stunned the tennis world in 2018 and went on to become one of sport's biggest stars. Lucas, do you know who that is? You do not know. Can you show us your paper so we can see how much we have to deduct? Oh, boy, we have to deduct a full 25 points. Kai, before I reveal the answer, do you know who this star is? Osaka. Yes, it is Naomi Osaka. Good for you. And could you hold up your card so we can get I want to see it was 20 points. We're adding 20 points to your score. Good for you. All right, Manheim Central, you have your work cut out for you now. Let's see what happens in today's Final Frenzy. This time there's 20-point questions. We've had turnarounds before, so pick up those signaling buttons. Let's get to work now. On March 7th, 1965, sheriff's deputies and state troopers used whips, clubs, and tear gas against black marchers on their way to Montgomery, Alabama. In what Alabama city did it happen? Sophie?
Selma?
It did happen in Selma. Alan Mandelbaum's translation begins, "Rage, goddess, sing the rage of Achilles, murderous doom that cost." Sophie, again.
Iliad?
The Iliad is this Homeric epic, yes. The Moors settled it in the 8th century and named it Jebel al-Tariq. The Spanish took it in 1309. The English won permanent possession in 1704. What is this, Ethan?
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar is this rocky peninsula in southern Spain. John Keats wrote the poem that ends, "Beauty is truth, truth beauty. That is all ye know." Sophie.
Ode on a Grecian urn.
You are correct for another 20 points. Born in 1875, this impressionist works include the Orchestra Suite Bolero. Who was this French composer? Maurice Ravel. In a cell, it's what's inside the cell wall and outside the nucleus. What is this liquid part of the cell called? Kai?
Cytoplasm.
It is cytoplasm. Yes, the Amazon River flows almost 4,000 miles from the mountains of Peru across South America. In what country does the Amazon reach its mouth? Lucas.
Brazil.
Brazil, yes. Miles and Flora are innocent children under the evil influence of Peter Quinton, Miss Jessel, ghosts who haunt Bly House. What is this eerie story by Henry James? We stumped you on the turn of the screw. He came to power in 1969 by deposing King Idris I. He was overthrown and killed in 2011. Who was this Libyan colonel? Gaddafi is the correct answer. You call it hydroxybenzene phenol. And there's a more common name. What is C6H5OH, the acid Joseph Lister used as the first disinfectant? Malachi?
Chloroform.
No, sorry. Sophie?
Chlorohydroxide?
No, it's carbolic acid. It's the largest city in the United States by area, larger than Rhode Island and Delaware combined. What is this Alaskan city 100 miles south of Juneau? Malachi?
Anchorage.
No, sorry, incorrect. Any idea, Carlisle? We stumped you on Sitka is the correct answer. Although he spent 50 years of his life in England, he has been called the father of American painting. What colonial artist painted Penn's treaty with the Indians and the death of General Wolfe? Sophie?
Smith.
No, sorry. This guy's known for his American painting. It's Benjamin West. He made his debut in 1961 as Rudolfo in Puccini's La Boheme and repeated the role in Franco Zeffirelli's film of the opera. What hefty Italian tenor died in 2007? Lucas.
Torricelli.
No, not he. You're close. Luciano Pavarotti. In March 7, 1936, Germany violated the Treaty of Versailles by invading and occupying this demilitarized area of Germany. Ethan.
The Rhineland.
The Rhineland. You are correct, Ethan. Richard Lovelace's poem, To Lucasta, on going to the wars is based on his experiences as a royalist supporter. To what wars is he referring? And those were the English Civil Wars. The fastest one is Win 350, which reached speeds of 350 kilometers per hour on a test run in Hokkaido. What is this form of transportation in which
Bullet train?
Bullet trains, yes. Good for you. And Shinkansen, I guess, is the official name of it. Well, that sound marks the end of the Final Frenzy. A really good matchup, but Carlisle is triumphant and they will return for round two. But we hope to see you in just a few short moments for some final words.
Welcome back to WGAL8 Brainbusters, the Susquehanna Valley's longest-running high school quiz show, celebrating 25 years. Once again, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming back with us. We had a great game today. Congratulations to Carlisle for securing today's victory. We also say goodbye to Manheim Central, and we thank them for a fantastic performance. You've made us proud. Next time on WGAL8 Brainbusters, we're welcoming Waynesboro and Manheim Township to the stage. You don't want to miss it. Appreciate you joining us today and hope you had as much fun as we did. Remember, always keep learning because brains never go out of style. So long, everyone.